What is up, YouTube? We are on here right now, guys. We just got done. Well, I just got done spending a lot of money for the shop, bringing in new product. We are on our way back from a long road trip, and this is what happens when Steve, Alex, Basil in the back have too much time on our hands, and we get bored.
Isn't there a song?
It's like the opposite of a captive audience. It's like a captive performer.
All right. You sing to everyone in YouTube.
I can't, because if I do that, then
You get copyright strikes?
yeah, you'll get. I mean,
Just make up your own song.
Well, and I'm sure with the algorithm, it'll recognize the song if I sing it because it'll sound just like it.
Yeah, I'm sure. So, guys, we are heading back right now from a buying show, and long story short, we bought a bunch of new stuff to bring into the shop. If you guys have any questions for us, this is by far the best time to answer them. We are not that distracted. We're that random, but we're not that distracted. About things coming up at the shop, if you guys want to talk guns, talk gear,
New stuff you'd like to see us
for us
in.
to start carrying, new video ideas, whatever it is, definitely ask those now.
You want to know anything about Alex, his personal life? Ask.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Is the beard real? Yeah, it's real. But so, guys,
Painted on.
we have a lot of good stuff coming into the shop. We have big events coming up here at the shop, here in this car. What about?
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. We're moving the shop to this vehicle.
Yeah. We, if you guys don't know this already, every single week we have been giving a gun away for almost 3 months.
Yeah.
How do they get in on those, and where are those at?
Well,
softball.
We're doing the majority of them on Facebook. However, I know there's a lot of people on YouTube that don't like Facebook. We are also giving them away if you go sign up for our email list, and that's at topguns.us. So if you go to topguns.us, you can get on that list. Let's not just talk about guns and giveaways. Let's talk about
Us in general.
Yeah, let's just talk about other stuff.
All right. Anybody who is watching right now, this is time to ask. We have Basil in the
You're
back.
keeping us awake. That's what we're doing.
We have Basil in the back of the truck right now. He is looking at your comments and hopefully telling us what you all are saying, because you could be typing right now and we can't see it, but Basil can tell us.
Someone said for a new gun owner that wouldn't have more than $80, what would be a good scope under that?
Oh, I don't know about $80, but around $100. There's Vortex Copperheads.
Yeah.
Hawk Optics makes a great optic for the price point. Some of those can be under $100.
Just kind of like save a little bit more.
Save a little bit more and go up to a Copperhead in Vortex. Now, one program that we do is if you're a law enforcement officer, any type of what all applies, you can actually get
military, law enforcement, first responder.
There is a 40% discount off of MSRP in the store that we're actually able to do.
Yeah.
One of the only places in the U.S. that can actually do it in the store and not do it online.
I think we're the only place. We were the
Really?
pilot. Yeah.
Cool.
And now whether or not they've added any, I don't know, but I know we were the pilot.
So anybody out there watching right now, if you are military, law enforcement, whatever, you can actually get
fire, EMS,
40% off of MSRP in our shop on scopes. What is another question you guys would like to ask?
Someone said, where are you going?
Where are you going? We are going
that direction.
Back home.
that direction, back home from a buying show that we've been to, talking to a lot of cool people. In this buying show, it's not like NRA or SHOT Show. It's kind of like SHOT Show. It's only for dealers at a certain level, and you go in, and this is where we pretty much buy for our year period. And during this process, we get to talk to CEOs and everybody else that's there, because it's a good opportunity to talk one-on-one with those people.
Someone asked, can they get the discount if they're a retired officer and veteran?
Yes, absolutely. Bring your credentials in, and it will apply.
Do you carry any Faxon firearms?
Faxon?
Nah, I know we can, but
I saw them.
Yeah, they were there.
I talked to them for a second, but I don't know that much about them. Well, if you're watching right now, tell us why. What's so great about Faxon? Why should we carry them?
Yeah.
Steve, do you carry a 365 or a 365 XL?
Great question.
I carry a 365 XL.
Why?
The extra length in the barrel, I carry it inside the waistband.
A little bit more length in his pants, I get it.
Exactly. Doesn't really add, it's not hard to conceal. I like I was always going to keep the 12-round mag in it anyway, so the XL comes standard, and it's a 12-round mag. I just like it a little bit better. I have a standard XL. or a standard.
Why did you get away from the
365.
lock?
You know, I like lock. It's not that I don't like lock. I honestly shoot the 365 a little bit better, a little bit quicker. We just recently went through our qualifications at the shop. And for those of you watching, if anybody ever wants to go through quals at the shop, our qualification course is a little bit harder than what the FBI standard is for the training. And we'll put you through that for $10. You can go through the entire curriculum. We're not teaching anything. We're just running you through the course and see how you perform on it. But it's that's what all the employees that work at the shop have to go through and pass it with every gun that they carry.
So what we do is we take the gun, we write down the serial number on the target. Our range officer, most of the time it's Eric, who's the lead instructor at Top Guns and the Legacy Training Group there. He goes through and he will score all of our targets. We do it on a timed score sheet. We go through the repetitions, and then he writes down the serial number for each one that you qualify with.
And the guys have to qualify as they carry. So if they're carrying concealed inside the waistband or in the pocket or whatever it is, they have to draw and perform based on how they carry on a daily basis.
So guys, this is a good opportunity. If you guys want to see more videos or ideas, Basil back there, we've been working hard to get some out. We have a bunch of new stuff coming out in March, whole new series coming out in March, which I'll come out with a release video on that, but it's pretty much called Back to the Basics. And it's the first you guys are hearing of it, but it's where our lead instructor, Eric, comes with me, and we go back to the basics of firearms. Everything from safety to grip, to making yourself more accurate, multiple targets. It's going to be a good series coming up, and that's going to be released probably mid or beginning of March.
Yes, something else that we're looking at while he's pulling up the next question.
I have plenty.
Yeah, he has tons of them. That's why.
Oh, go ahead. Go with yours.
Someone said, any chance we'll be carrying dead air and rugged suppressors?
Oh, hey, there you go. That's a conversation that we had. So
we met with Dead Air today. Yes, on both accounts we can get them for you now, so that's not a problem.
So tell what's the issue with why don't we have them in stock?
Well, now it's more than anything. It's because we're also with Silencer Shop, and so you don't have to have as much stuff in stock. The background check and the waiting period starts as soon as you walk in and fill out your paperwork. So you're not waiting.
If everybody understands what that means. So we actually have a kiosk inside of the shop there. So the process is much faster with payment and getting it processed. So if you buy one suppressor from us, your information is in the kiosk. So next time you go in, all I have to do is type in your email. It's automatically linked and you're ready to go.
Shed some light on you.
What are your thoughts on the new Colt Python? Ooh. Is it already broken out of the box?
I've heard some rumors of this. There you go. I've heard some rumors of this. Now, maybe we can do a video over that with Dave, our Colt expert there at the shop.
That'd be cool.
But I don't know, to be honest with you. I have not had a lot of trigger time with any of the new Colts, to be honest with you. But obviously we sell every one we get in, and we haven't had a chance to do that.
Two things I'll bring up. One is we are looking for another person that does videography, video editing, that type of stuff. If you know somebody, please send them our direction.
So Lord knows I don't have time for that.
Basil does not have time.
Next question, Basil.
This is a response to the Faxon Arms before.
Speak loud so they can hear you.
You said that Faxon makes really good firearms at a really good price for what you get.
Why are they different than any other firearms company? I guess it's because honestly, it's not that I don't want to carry them. I don't know that much about them.
Yeah.
I have not had time with them at all. I sold them, didn't talk to them. That's how it went. Now, if you can convince me in some way that they're better than anything we carry at actually a more aggressive price point, I'm all for that.
So and we will be doing some reviews for Dead Air coming up on some other new products. They're going to release some new products, and they've said that they would like to have some work for that. Additionally, we've been lucky in that he mentioned we have Dave, kind of our resident expert on Colts. We've got a few guys in the shop that are, I would say, borderline industry experts in certain areas. So if somebody has a question about specific, naturally none of us can have all the information about all the different stuff.
And Steve and myself, we don't retain any of it. So
No, we don't consider ourselves experts in really any of it.
any of it. Zero of it.
Anything.
I give you my honest opinion, and if I don't know, which is a lot, I will tell you I don't know. Next question, Basil.
Someone said, your city seems a little rough from live PD, is it?
So it's not that bad.
I haven't seen any of the live PDs.
It's not.
It's
Terre Haute's
not.
a great place.
It's not that bad. I mean, it's just like any other community. You have your good and the bad. We don't see that bad very often, but we also there's a couple of places in certain areas in town that have
Pockets.
great people in them, but you have, just like anything else,
A couple bad apples.
yeah, bad apple shitheads that ruin it for everybody and give everybody a bad reputation. Are drugs a problem in our community? I don't know that compared to other communities, but from what I've heard, it's getting better.
So, I mean, and here's my opinion, and that is Terre Haute's a great place to raise children. It's reasonably economical to live in. There's a lot to do, and quite frankly, we're not very far from other major cities.
I mean, not just for living there, but that's one of the reasons that we do what we do. We try to bring as much in to Terre Haute in our community as possible. Even with the businesses we put into the facility where we're at, the pizza joint, a climbing cafe, climbing gym, a coffee shop, stuff to do, places for people to go and get out in the community. It's not as bad as what you see on live PD. But of course, they want to get the worst out of it.
Right. They get their ratings off of trying to highlight the worst incidents that they can highlight to get ratings.
So if you're just tuned in right now, this is time. We are on a road trip. We're heading back from a bike show. We're just answering some questions, passing the time. Of course, if you've seen any of our videos or any of our live stuff, you don't get Steve and Alex to focus on much for longer than 5 minutes very often. So, but we have nothing else to do right now other than
Drive.
look at the highway. So
Have you handled the all-new SIG P210 carry?
I have. It's exactly like that economic P210.
Yeah.
It's
Ergonomic?
I'll tell you what I had a chance to handle.
I'm sorry, I don't know. That's what.
It's the cheapest.
Gotcha.
All right, there's an expensive 210 and a cheaper 210. It's almost identical.
Tell you what I handled yesterday. Maybe it was today. Oh, days are mixed up. I think it was yesterday. SIG's new bolt gun.
Dude, it's sweet.
That was pretty cool. I will
I
own
didn't
one
even
of
see
those.
that.
Yeah.
You didn't see
I
it?
was thinking, no.
You were asleep.
I was asleep.
Yeah.
So it's a cool little chassis gun. It's a pricey little thing, but it's there is a place in the market for it, and they nailed it. And what is that place? Because you've been preaching about it for a long time.
So I've wanted a short-barreled, high-power rifle with a folding stock that is not a big, massive chassis gun, and they came out with one. There's really not any others on the market that I've been able to find. There used to be a long time ago, but as of recently, when I went out to look for one, I couldn't. I wanted a lighter weight gun that has a short barrel and just a small, compact, easy to carry, just a bolt gun.
I would like to know, everybody, for the most part, you have a handgun, you have a shotgun, you have a rifle. What rifles do you guys have? Because everybody I talk to, what's funny is you're a Remington 700 guy, you're a Savage Axis guy, whatever you might be, but I think Bergara is taking a lot of that Remington 700 market. I'd like to know if anybody watching actually has Bergara stuff.
Yeah. Bergara has. Remington's really not doing well.
They are not. And if you guys had to have a bolt gun, what bolt gun would it be?
Someone asked, what's the best AR for around $1,000?
Oh, you can buy anything you want for around $1,000. I don't want to say this.
Something that we carry.
I'm telling you right now, it's the SIG tread.
Yeah, and it's well under.
It's well under. It's in the sevens. But that tread knocks it out of the park with all the detail that they put into it and all the upgrades that you're already getting factory out of the box. You don't have to do it from muzzle brake to ambi controls, everything else. It's ready to go for you.
QD mount on both sides already built in to the frame. It's they've done it right. They've done it right.
No.
Springfield Armory also has one under 1,000.
Yeah,
That's nice.
the Saint.
Yep.
What do you think of the new Beretta 92X performance handgun?
I've not had a chance to shoot it.
I have not had a chance to shoot it. We did feel it.
Is that the one we did a review on?
92X?
No.
No.
No, yes. There's an X, and then there's the X Performance.
Oh, I'm talking about the X Performance.
I've not shot the X Performance, but I think we did shoot the X.
I like that one that has all the Langdon tactical stuff. Is that it?
I don't know.
I think that's it. Again, this is one of those things where you think we'd retain all that. We don't. But the one that's short, they call it what is the mid-size Beretta called? The 92.
Like the Centurion? Or, no, that's
Centurion,
no,
that's it?
But that's, I think it's actually referring to the fact that it's stainless.
I don't think so. I think Centurion is the middle one.
We should run a gun shop.
We should do guns. If you can only imagine
that know about it.
Yeah, somebody watching knows for sure. All right. What's the next question?
Best 9mm carry gun under $500. Capacity is not an issue.
Say it again. Best what?
9mm carry gun under $500. Capacity is not an issue.
Ooh.
Man, gosh, there's so many.
Yeah, under 500 bucks.
That's easy. Smith & Wesson, Glock.
But what one?
SIG.
They say brand.
I know. I mean, there's just so many good ones under $500.
Pick a gun.
Glock 19. I mean, I don't carry one.
What?
I think the SIG 320 is a great gun. I think the Smith.
But it's a carry gun. Think about that. There's a lot that goes into a carry gun. What size you are, what you can handle, what you can conceal, blah, 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 blah.
There's too many unknowns here.
There's too many unknowns there. But, I mean, you can pick up a VP9 for under $500 now.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can.
Can you?
From some of those exclusive distribution things that are different colors.
Oh, yeah.
That they've booted
We've had
out.
a few of those, yeah.
You can do it. That's what I would pick. But you have to be the right guy to be able to conceal that. I would probably say the Hellcat or the 365. Those would probably be the two small, higher capacity guns.
Yeah. And then slightly larger, probably Smith makes the 2.0 compact.
Now, I'm telling you right now, I'm not a huge Smith & Wesson guy, but I have a Shield 45 that I carry a lot. But that compact
Shoots
is
really well.
a hell of a gun. A lot of people think the curved trigger kind of messes with them sometimes. I've seen guys, put Apex shoes and stuff in them, blah, blah, blah. But it is a phenomenal deal. You can get that gun right. Is it still on our website even?
Which one?
And this isn't like a weird sales pitch like we meant to do a thing. That compact.
I think so. Yeah, I didn't think it off.
You can go on our website right now and buy the compact Smith & Wesson, whatever, 2.0 for $399. We got them on a special deal.
And the 3.6.
Yeah, 3.6 inch and a 4 inch. We got them on a special deal. We just passed that savings along to you guys. Check that out at topguns.us.
It should be on the front page below the Guns N' Roses.
He would know because he puts it on there.
All right, what else you got? What other questions?
Would a SIG 226 or Beretta M9A3 be a better suppressor host?
SIG 226 or a Beretta M9A3.
I love the feel of the Beretta 9. That A3, it's the one that has the smaller grips on it, fits nice in your hands, comfortable. A guy at the shop actually has one. That's a long gun at the end of the day. That's going to be a long gun, but I think I would go with the actual Beretta.
Both are good guns, though.
Both are good guns. What would you pick?
I don't know. It's a tough one. Beretta shoots really well because.
What would be a better host?
Whew.
Come on, man. This is the fire round. Let's fire it off.
I can't do it on this one. They're both good guns.
They are both.
Sometimes you just have two good guns.
I've made my decision.
Sometimes you have three good guns. You never know.
All right, since you said the Beretta, I'll say the SIG.
That's a cop-out.
It is.
Politicians.
Oh, didn't you see the video? He's not a politician.
All right, what else you got?
I actually don't have a question.
The joke there is, in case you don't know, most of these people are probably not from the local area. I happen to be running for a political office, so they're making fun.
He's running for commissioner.
That I am.
And I'm going to put Steve for commissioner on the side of his truck.
In the dust.
In the dust.
In the dirt.
Dust. Are the red dot handgun sights a fad, or is it going to be a standard option?
Oh, I don't think
in
it's.
your opinion?
I don't
Alright,
think it's
your
a.
turn.
I don't think it's a fad. I think they're here to stay. I still don't like them, but I don't think the companies are going to start doing away with it because.
I think it's going to go bigger than it is now.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a standard. Cutouts are going to be standard on guns pretty soon because they're going to give you the option. You know what I'm trying to say? They're
Right.
for them to do that cutout and
It's one more SKU for them
yeah,
that they can
well,
add
in the
to their list.
fabrication
And
the steps of the manufacturing steps, it doesn't take that much longer for them.
I would say a personal preference.
Or it's going to be molded
I
in.
can see why some guys are carrying, gals and guys are carrying them because their eyesight's getting bad and it's hard to see that front dot. It changes your focal plane. I do like that. So you go from where you're focusing on your front sight to where you're focusing on the potential threat. So I like that aspect of the red dot sight. What I don't like about it is in all cases but one that I know of, they all are reliant on on both, on a battery and on electronics to work. So for me, I don't like putting something on my firearm that requires electronics and or battery because that's 2 points of failure, and we know how Darwin.
So here's what I'm going to tell you that Eric, our lead instructor, went to SIG school, and when he tells the story, when he was there, all the guys that were there had optics on their guns. He wanted to know why, and they said pretty much, without making it too complicated, is their damn eyes can't see the front sight that well, and that could be, it's different with everybody, but I'm telling you right now that Eric, for instance, swears by them from after using them.
Yeah.
He uses his Trishka MRO or whatever the damn thing is, and he loves it.
He said he now acquires that quicker than he does the
That's
front
right.
sight.
And during our qualifications, he explained to me, like, look how much faster that was for me to do. And his groups are tighter than almost anybody.
Yeah.
So there's a lot.
It's hard to argue with success.
Exactly. You can't argue that it doesn't help. I'm with you on this, but you and I put X amount of trigger time in compared to him too.
Right.
So we're used to just bringing up and shooting, and he is used to now bringing up and shooting with his red dot. But that's a good question. If you guys are just now tuning in, this is the time to ask some questions. We're on a road trip. We're going down the road here, just looking at everything. It's been the same thing for a couple 100 miles or whatever it's been. But we're heading back to the shop. We're not too far away, but the whole thing here is we have time to answer questions, and we don't get to do it very often. But you can ask us mildly personal questions. You can ask us shop questions, gun questions, where we're at, what we've been doing, or whatever you guys like. This is the time to do it because you actually have our full attention, and people aren't wanting tapping us on the shoulder and needing us constantly like they do at shop.
I feel like I want the dash cam plugged back in because we're gonna miss some of the excitement in front of us. Is there no way to just roll it to the back?
While he's doing that, what's the worst handgun you both have owned in the past?
I know exactly what it is. I owned a Sigma as my first gun.
That is a great question.
I owned a Smith & Wesson Sigma 40 as my first gun.
Worst gun I've ever owned.
It literally had a 10 or 11 pound trigger.
Oh my god.
I'm not shitting. It was that bad. And it had a proprietary light fixture on the front of it. That was it. I'd like to know what is the worst gun that you guys have owned. Anybody can answer right now. Just go ahead and tell us. Basil, if they write in, let us know what it is.
Yeah.
Worst gun you've ever owned.
Handgun specifically.
Yeah, handgun. Worst handgun you've ever owned. I know I considered, thank goodness I didn't, before all the smaller guns came out, I considered buying the Taurus G2 Millennium because I thought it was, if other than the fact that it said Taurus on it.
That's not the answer.
What?
You didn't own that gun.
I know. I'm saying. I'm glad I never did.
Taurus P22 was someone's answer.
Thank you. Really? That's not a terrible gun.
What is it?
I mean, you said the worst you've owned. I mean,
the P22 is that little, I believe, just make sure I'm right, the little flip top 22.
Yeah.
Not much can go wrong with that. What's the worst gun you've ever owned?
They jam a lot.
Worst gun you've ever owned?
Me?
Yes.
I don't
Worst
know.
handgun.
I really don't know.
Oh my god.
You know how my memory is. I can't remember all the guns I've owned.
I like to sell them.
I don't know. I don't know what the worst gun I've ever owned is.
What's the worst gun that you guys have ever owned?
Wait, any other questions coming in, Basil?
Hang on.
This is the format we should have done on Facebook. We would have had a lot more.
Yeah.
Someone said the 380 Grendel P12.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean a whole lot either.
Cobra 38 Special Derringer.
I believe a Cobra would have been the worst gun you've ever owned. If somebody has ever said the Phoenix HP-22,
Oh my
that
gosh.
has to be the worst gun ever made
Horrible.
in the history of guns.
Horrible. I don't know about the history of guns. Those
You have like
old
19
Davis
safeties.
and those. Yeah, but it's a pain in the ass to operate. Yeah, for sure.
Someone asked if we sell the brass from our range for people that reload.
Yes, we absolutely sell brass from the range. To whoever asked that question, stop in. We have tons, and I legit mean tons of
We're
brass.
not going to sort it for you. We'll give you a bucket and we'll say, good luck.
You can buy it by the bucket as it sets.
Or you can separate
Or
it
you can
and
separate
we will weigh
it
it
by-
for you that way too.
Yep.
Someone asked best AR conversion to 9.
Best AR conversion to 9. I would say you and I are probably not the proper people to answer that question. Would you agree?
I agree. I agree. And it's because that's not something we would do.
No,
Yeah.
we would just typically buy it.
Yeah, we would just buy it that way, or we would say, Adam or whoever,
Have them do it for us.
tell me what I would do here.
Yep, I agree with that one.
Someone said, what do you think of the subs? Well, after they said, I'll read the whole message. I'm 90 days into my Form 4 weight with the SIG 556 QD that I got from you guys. Thank you for making the process easy. What do you think of the subsonic 556 ammo that Atomic makes?
Yuck.
How can you even answer that question?
Because 556 is not meant to be subsonic. At that point, you might as well call it a 22 long rifle. The whole purpose of 556, the only thing that makes it effective is its velocity.
What if you're just going out there to enjoy
Now-
it and
now,
not want
if-
to blow your damn ears
All
off?
right, then go buy a 22. Why would you go
Because they
spend a
have
bunch
an
of
AR.
money? Convert it, whatever. You don't. There's no reason to spend a bunch of money on a 22 caliber.
Okay, if you were actually going to use it, wouldn't you like to have a bigger 55 grain bullet than just a little piddly 22
What are you gonna do with
bullet?
it? If you're wanting subsonic,
What are you gonna do with it? You want me to shoot you with it?
no.
Okay,
Thanks.
then.
All right. If you're gonna go subsonic, why not go with 300 blackout? Then you do have
Better
some
to have
mass.
something than nothing.
All right, go with 22. I just don't
But
get it.
come on.
I don't get the whole, hey, let's take a 556 or 223, whatever, and convert it to a subsonic round. All you have is a 55 grain 22 long rifle.
All right, next question.
Um,
Ask questions, guys. We're here. Fire away. I promise you, if we can answer it, we will answer it. And we said this at the beginning of the video. If you guys haven't been watching, it's a different platform. Don't get upset. But every single week, and here very soon we're going to be doing it on YouTube. Every single week we are giving away a free gun on our Facebook page. Check out the details there.
Also giving one away on...
We're giving one away on our email list also. So you can actually go into topguns.us. It says win free gun here. Every single week we've been sending out an email. We pick a random person, and that person is the winner of a free gun. Don't get me wrong, it's some stuff that we have around the shop. It could be some sponsor guns that we've given away, but we usually give away on average around $1,000 to $2,000 a week on our Facebook and through our email list. So it's a great thing to be able to do. And don't get me wrong, our email list is so that we can also send you other promos or specials we have going on. And we don't send out a lot of emails, but we also will send you, our range list, what we got going on, upcoming events, all that good stuff. Again, guys, that's at topguns.us. Sorry about the shameless plug, but some people need to know.
so if I don't have the credentials to get the 40% discount, can I have a friend that does qualify? Purchase one for me? Asking for a friend.
No.
All right, so-
No, hold on.
We can...
No. Thank you, Vortex, for allowing us to do this.
Yes. Meaning yes to him. Thank you to Vortex.
Next question.
Thoughts on the Colt Cobra?
Oh my. Why that question again? I'm sure it's great.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
Still new.
It's well, it's not new, but it's
Yeah.
new. It's on the market. The very first
We did
turd.
a video on the Colt.
I can tell you this much: the very first turd that they came out with, that one that was like a pot metal looking piece of crap. That,
Yeah.
I
I don't know why they came out with that
I don't know
finish.
why they did it, but all their new stuff, on the other hand, looks awesome. Their new what's it? Pythons, King Cobras, whatever the hell they
King
are.
Cobra, we can't keep them in the shop.
Yeah, that stuff's going out really quick, and they're a hell of a good looking gun. Dry fire, all that stuff. They're tight. Looks like their fit and finish is nice. I know that there's some crap going around on the internet right now where they're saying they're breaking. I have not seen that personally, and we have probably sold just as many as anyone else in the whole United States through our shop. So if you guys want one of those, call the shop on Monday, get on our what list, email us info@topguns.us, and we will put you on the list to be able to get one. We probably honestly have probably gotten as many in at our shop as any other place to get hold of us.
Have you tried the Tipman M4?
You must be the rep. That's all I'm going to tell you right now. That's not a random question.
We just met with him today.
Yeah, have you guys tried this yet? You guys should carry it. You're the rep. I know who you are. Yeah. Have we shot one? Yes. Did it work? Yes. Have we shot one full auto? Yes.
We forgot to go back and see him.
That's not a surprise. Are they an Indiana company? Yes.
Oh, we definitely got it.
All
We
right.
do like to support Indiana companies.
We like to support local, then we like to support our state. You should be doing the same no matter where you live also. But, and after that, U.S. So, I'm sure they work great. It seems like they're at a decent price point. Do we want them in the shop? I'm not 100% on board yet, but we're probably closer now than we've ever been before. Hopefully that answers your question.
Quietest 223-556 suppressor at the shooter's ear. I mean,
I don't know the answer.
Yeah, we're not the right people to answer that. Sorry.
And I wish I could BS my way through that, but I don't know.
Yeah.
we don't have Don around.
I would say your best bet there is
Go on the silencer shop.
Yeah, go to
Silencer
Google
Shop. I
it
bet
or
they have a
something.
list on Silencer Shop. And if you guys,
And even then, you've got to take it with a grain of salt because everybody's. Some places are getting paid to make reviews. Some places are if they're doing their own ratings where they're providing you the decibel rating. They're obviously going to do what they need to do to make that thing as quiet as possible for their few shots. I don't know.
I don't know the answer, but if somebody out there knows the answer, hell, tell us.
I go the opposite direction. I don't care how quiet it is. My goal is as small as possible
Why
on
the
the
hell do you have a
suppressor.
suppressor in there?
I just want hearing safe.
What's hearing
because
safe?
you're gonna break the sound barrier no matter what. So it's not like you're
I
gonna
know,
be
but
quiet.
what's hearing safe?
I don't know. My ears don't hurt when I pull the trigger.
Check. Doesn't hurt Steve's
Doesn't
ears
hurt.
by me. We're just going to make little tags now. Doesn't hurt Steve's ears.
You should get a picture of him with like
Yeah.
a thumbs up,
This is Steve proved.
and then if it does and he has a thumbs down,
He would
his
be
ears bleeding a little
100% on
bit.
board with his own rating system.
Yep.
It's an SAE one, you know. All right, next question, Bez.
Let's see. This one I don't know if you guys will be able to answer or not. In your opinion, does Aero Precision have decent AR lowers? I want to build a carbine,
All right.
10.5 inch
I can
barrel.
answer that.
Know nothing about it. Thanks.
All right, I want you to know that there are some companies out there that have complete shit. I also want you to know that there's a bunch of companies that get their AR lowers from all the same place. All right, there's only X amount of people going and making those anyway. So now that I say that, we do sell them. Our armor likes them, and he is the high-end guy that only likes Daniel Defense, BCM, blah 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 blah. He wouldn't sell them in our shop unless he has done his research and likes them. He stands behind them. He likes selling them. He likes for builds off of them, all that good stuff. Now, upper lower, fit and finish, he likes that also. So we usually buy them as a package, and they sell pretty well.
We probably need to know if they can hear Basil when he talks, because if they can't, you and I may need to repeat the question that he's reading.
We haven't had any issues with people saying anything about it so far.
Okay.
All right, let us know if you can't hear Basil because he's asking the question. Just let us know.
What do you guys think of PSA coming out with their version of the MP5 clone this year?
My experience, I don't know. Do you want to tell your
You
My experience has
talk to the
been.
people over here in the camera, man.
Well,
they
I
can't see you at
gotta
all.
look at while I'm driving. I can't focus on this. I'm focused on my driving, and I'm answering the question. My experience has been that years ago I thought PSA had a decent product line, and as they got bigger, I don't believe that their product kept up with them, and we started seeing more and more issues. We have discontinued their product in our shop as a result. So it's not. We will not carry it unless the demand is just so heavy.
It's the same concept that we've had before with other AR companies. So at the time we carry them, they were an AR company, not this big thing that they are now, pouring out product everywhere. But the biggest problem. The biggest thing with them and Core 15, all that stuff, man, when stuff was hitting the fan, everybody was trying to ship product, and as soon as that happened, quality control went to shit. And so it was the same concept with those guys. They can't keep up, so what they do, they just try to put them in boxes as fast as they can. Do they do some cool stuff for the community, the firearms community in general? Yeah, they do. Can you get a good deal from them? Yeah, I've seen it before. But an overall company, we're not big fans, but we're also not big fans of the quality of product that they've put out in the past. So their new MP5, it could be stellar, it could be fantastic, but I'm not putting my money into them because of past experiences.
Right.
What are your thoughts on Mod Light versus Cloud Defensive OWI as an AR weapon light?
Start that whole thing over.
What are your thoughts on Mod Light versus Cloud Defensive OWI?
I've never heard of Cloud Defensive anything. So I can't give you my honest opinion of it because I don't know the comparison between the two products. AR lights. I can tell you that Streamlight makes a phenomenal light. Surefire makes a phenomenal light. What's the other company? Enforce makes a phenomenal light. They've lasted.
I actually like the Enforce.
They've lasted for a long time. They've been with us as long as we've been in business. Don't get me wrong, there's probably tons of companies out there, but we have never had one returned. We've never had an issue with one. And so we stand behind our products. So we buy products that we can stand behind. And so that would definitely be one of them.
Carry gun?
Well,
round.
Like the round.
The round.
Yeah.
You go.
So this is a stupid question. It's because
he doesn't mean that.
No, I don't
literally.
mean because of the question that you asked, because I'm a stupid ass, and I can tell you that I carry the round that they usually give me, and that's an honest opinion. All right, that's the truth. I'm not gonna lie to you, because manufacturers, for a lot of good reasons, for marketing and for testing, they'll give us a case of Hornady, Critical Duty, or whatever, or SIG will give us V-Crown, or
Gold
blah, blah,
Dot,
blah,
whoever.
blah, blah. So
I found myself carrying Gold Dot a lot.
Really,
Yep.
Gold Dot.
Gold Dot. That's what I have my firearm right now.
Critical Duty 9mm. All right.
Duty.
No, shut up, Jason. So Critical Duty 9mm. Reason being is because, don't get me wrong, I've carried even Golden Sabers before. I've carried V-Crown before. The new one that I haven't carried, and I think I did a long time ago, but it was HSTs. I've carried HSTs before. Currently, I carry Hornady Critical Duty, mainly because it was given to me. That is a terrible answer.
That is awful.
I mean, I went to some cool ballistics tests and shot them side by side. And I'm one of those cool YouTube guys, but that's not true. I don't really know.
You might give Basil your phone
What?
and let him type in the shop address just to make sure we're not missing a turn.
Yeah, I'll do it. Go ahead.
Someone said, I want a 1911. What should I get? Never owned one. And also, sub question, 9mm or 45?
Okay. Go
Wanting a
1911.
1911?
Yeah.
What brand and what caliber?
Yeah.
In general.
Oh, I mean, calibers really comes down to your preferences.
You're going to carry it? You're like, go ahead and answer right now. Are you actually going to carry the gun? Or is this going to be like a range toy? Or are you going to like have it as a home defense weapon or whatever?
Yeah. There's probably more questions we need answered before we can answer that
Go ahead
question.
and
Skip to another question if you have
skip to another question, but answer those questions, and we'll get back to you.
Carry. To carry.
To carry. All right. Okay, you have a single stack gun. This is false logic, as Steve would say, but I carry the Shield 45, and the reason I carry it in 45 other than 9, right, is because I wanted a bigger round to be able to do the maximum amount of damage if I only got to carry 7 rounds.
I go the opposite direction.
Okay.
I'd rather have more shots because...
I understand that, but at 45 or 9. So answer that question first.
9.
Knowing that you have a single stack magazine.
I don't care. 9. So you still get more rounds, no matter how you slice it. I'd rather have more chances at hitting the threat because chances are you're moving, chances are the threat's moving, chances are you're nervous. I don't care how good of a shooter you are, you're probably going to have some misses in there. So I'd rather have more opportunities to hit the threat with something versus running out and having nothing.
Okay, so that gives the caliber. So now,
All right.
the gun
What
itself.
is the gun?
1911. I'm not a 1911 guy.
I'm not either, but I can tell you there's some SIGs out there that I thought were awesome.
Smith makes a decent 1911.
Yeah,
also,
you like that one back in the day. Yeah, you're still 60 miles on this thingy.
okay.
So long story short, I'm going to tell you that there are some great SIG 1911s out there, 45 or 9. I'm going to go with the 45, and
I'm gonna go with the 9.
look through the catalog on those guys, but they make some sweet things. If you can afford it, there are some double stack 1911s out there that are phenomenal, but you're talking $1,500, $2,000, which would then put me into a 9 because of higher capacity.
Someone asks, is there anything you can do to speed up your NFA wait times? I'm seeing people get turnarounds on Form 4s of 3 months to 11 months on Facebook's presser groups with pics of their forms. I'm confused.
All right, so we have had a guy, no joke here, 3 months turned it around. But I've also had
It's a
guys
fluke.
that have waited a year and a half to get their stuff back. If you could figure out the process on how to make that faster, you please let us know.
There is
because
none.
there's nothing I can do.
We've had police officers, we've had federal officers that have waited a full 8 months. I don't know that there is anything. I don't know if there's a magic bullet there.
To answer someone's question of Basil, how do you do it hanging out with those two? I make a lot of awful jokes, and that's how I get my...
I've heard
He's
more
been making-
freaking dad jokes.
Dad jokes the whole way there, the whole way back.
That is how I survive.
I wish we had been making a log of all the dad jokes.
I wish that he wouldn't say another one. I said duty earlier. If you guys didn't hear him, he said duty. That's Basil. That's how he gets along and doesn't go insane with us.
Have you had any experience with Fort Scott Armory ammunition?
I'm not
Again,
familiar.
you must be the rep. All right, no. We talked to those guys not too long ago. We saw them today. No, we haven't had any luck with them. It doesn't fit a category that we have. Okay, it doesn't fit a carry gun. It doesn't fit carry ammo. It doesn't fit bulk ammo. It doesn't fit
Not cheap enough to sell
range ammo.
for Target.
There's
and
there's no niche that it feels for us.
What was the brand? I didn't even hear it.
That's Fort Scott.
I'm not familiar with it.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. But no, it doesn't fit a niche for us. So no, we do not carry.
Have you tried the new STIs out? Staccato C2, maybe?
No.
I'm gonna give my 2 cents on this.
Oh, I knew it. I knew we couldn't keep it in.
I cannot keep it in.
Talk to him and explain.
We
why.
will not carry STI in our store again until they modify their contract. For those of you that don't know, STI in their contract that they're making all dealers sign this year, it states that you have to provide them
At their call.
your client's information. Your name, your address, your phone number.
So what it comes down to is they want to be able to call us and say, who bought STI 1, 2, 3, 4? And they want us just to give give them your information. And
we will not do that.
Absolutely not. We're not doing that.
We will not sell any brand in our shop that requires us to turn over the consumer's information. It's that, to me, that violates every bit of trust that you guys instill in a gun shop.
And so the reason they say that is for warranty information. I don't care what it's for. Okay, if you can't stand behind your product enough to say I'll cover it, I don't give a shit if it's me, you, second owner, third owner. Now, if they tamper with it, that's a different issue. Okay, I understand that, but I'm not giving away my customer information to people. I don't care how much money we're losing this year. And now, if they want to modify that,
yep, we will
sign that contract.
We have told the top dog over there. You can call and voice your opinion if you want. We have called the top dog over there and said, look, you pull that out of the contract, we will gladly continue to sell your product. But until then, we will not sign. And his argument was, well, we're probably not going to ask you for it. I don't care, probably or not probably. It's in the contract, so we're not taking that chance to where we're obligated.
If we could use that camera
to do
that. All right, go ahead, Basil.
Real quick, since it's a me-related question. So
I'm going to back that up one more time. That was in reference to STI guns. So once again, my advice is voice your opinion to them. Let them know that you're not on board with them.
You can say you heard it from us.
You can absolutely say you heard it from us.
And so next, and if you're just now following with us, we're driving on a road trip. Ask a question. We're here. Just drop a line there. Basil will be able to tell us because we can't read it. And we'll be able to answer it. Doesn't matter what it is. We'll hopefully be able to answer it. If we don't know the answer to your question,
we'll make one up.
We'll make one up and tell you we don't know.
No, I'm not related to either of them, though they're basically my family at this point.
Right. We spend more time with each other than we do our family. That's for sure.
Favorite gun you've seen or heard about from SHOT Show this year?
Oh, well, for one, we don't go to SHOT Show, and the reason being is because, well, we go to this show.
Go to buying
which is
shows.
Not too far after it, and I get to see all the stuff you guys get to see, for the most part, without
the crowd.
The crowd. It's just me and dealers. So, the best gun that I've seen somebody come out with. Oh, you know what gun just came out that nobody knows about? That little FN.
yeah.
I can't tell them about it. There's no reason we can't.
I don't know that they have released it. Maybe they have. I don't know.
I don't know if I can tell you, but you might be able to Google some cool FN stuff. And there's a new one coming down the pipe. It's a handgun. It's a carry gun. I don't know because we're going to do a review on it, and we just don't know if we can tell you about it with an NDA, with a no disclosure contract kind of thing. So, non-disclosure, whatever. You understand what I'm saying? So, to answer your question,
what's the coolest gun that we saw?
That 5.7. All right. That Ruger's going to come out with is probably going to be pretty cool considering it's half the price of.
I like we talked about earlier. I like the SIG rifle bolt gun.
Yeah, you're probably right on that.
That's pretty cool.
And Bergara's coming out with some new stuff that's going to be at a decent price point, but there's also a carbon fiber model that's going to come out, Bergara, that is going to compete in like the Christensen Arms channel category kind of thing.
Savage just came out with one too.
Oh, and it's actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
How much was that?
It's gonna have to sell for just a little over $1,000.
So a little over $1,000, you get a proof barrel, wasn't it?
Yep.
Carbon fiber proof barrel. It's a new Savage rifle coming out. It's pretty slick. Basil.
This is the same person who asked about the STI before.
Okay.
How about Blackwater 2011s? Have we tried those out?
I've never heard of Blackwater 2011s, but if you want to send a link to them to info@topguns.us, we will gladly take a look at that.
Absolutely. We're looking for something to.
We're looking for another double stack to be able to take over that STI market. That'd be a good one. You can't laugh then ask the question.
Well, believe it or not, I don't have too much. I work at a gun shop and I'm the least.
What's the question?
I don't know what the question is.
I know. So it's hard for me to differentiate when someone's joking or not.
What's the question?
I'm getting there. So I build my AR-15, but it doesn't want to go on safe while the hammer is forward. Is that normal?
It doesn't want to go on safe when the hammer is forward. It will not.
Yeah, that's not the point of it. It has to be back for it to go on safe. So, is it normal? Yes. It won't go on safe.
Is that the question you didn't know?
Let's see, is there actually a question? Oh, someone said hello from England.
Hello, England. Wow.
Hey, we got some people on here. Where's everybody from? Go ahead and type that down there. I'd like to know that. Maybe Basil can tell us where you guys are from. anybody watching right now, have you guys been to the shop? Is there anybody local on here that's been to the shop? And again, you might be able to win some free stuff on Facebook.
Oh, dear.
There's 3 of them.
Well, you sure wasn't a moose?
Yeah. Steve said he saw a moose today in,
No,
in
not
no.
central Illinois.
Oh, man.
I'm not gonna live that down.
All right, we've got.
We have
Alex-
cam footage.
FYI, Alex did in fact put his finger in my gas hole.
I did put my finger in Steve's gas hole today.
Yeah.
Because new trucks, because I have a 15-year-old truck that has a gas cap. New trucks
Minor.
don't have a gas cap. I'm looking for the gas cap, and my finger slipped into his gas hole.
The less we can say that, the more comfortable.
I need a T-shirt that says my finger
Slipped into his gas hole.
No. Okay, we've got a couple answers of locations.
All right.
Connecticut.
Connecticut, what's
We've
up?
got Fort Worth.
Fort
We've
Worth.
got Mission, Texas.
All right.
We got West Virginia.
And all over the place. That's great.
Bedford, Indiana.
Cool.
And
Bedford, Indiana.
this is the person who asked if we sell brass. They've been to your shop a lot, and have bought 3 guns from us.
Oh,
Great,
nice. Thank you.
We appreciate that.
There's someone watching from Terre Haute.
Hello, Terre Haute.
I say we somebody's out there has a like the conversation of caliber, and Alex and I disagree on that.
Would you guys rather have a 45, if you have a single stack gun, 7 rounds, or 9 rounds of 9mm? Would you rather have a 45, or would you have a 9? Did the extra 2 rounds mean more to you in a smaller caliber, or would you rather have a larger caliber with less rounds? And now we're not talking double stacks at this point. We're talking about a single stack gun. I'd like to know your opinion.
Evansville, Albany, New York.
Hello, everyone in New York. Hopefully you're
And Evansville.
and hopefully you're doing okay in New York, gun rights wise. I'm sure that's a little rough sometimes. We talked to a gentleman from Virginia today, and he was saying he owns a gun shop, but he also is a big I don't know what you want to call him. He's a guy that really talks to the legislation that's been going on. He's really been pushing very hard. It's not just because
A lobbyist?
kind of, but he's not pushing just because of everything that's happening. He said in general, it's been like this for a long time, and we don't want to get into a bunch of details on that. But man, I could not imagine in Indiana somebody pushing so hard to take your guns away, your rights away, and I cannot imagine that. And our thoughts are out.
I honestly hope they continue to push
And they literally get every
to
single
change
politician out
the
on.
state. Yeah.
I hope this is a big eye opener for everyone to be able to say, stand up for yourself. This is the time to do it. They are taking drastic steps to take your rights away, and it's the truth. And it's getting rough.
It's great to see the turnout that they had during the protest and how peaceful it was.
All right, what else you got, Basil?
Okay, we've got starting to get some answers to your question on 45 or 9. We've got 45. I'm going to 45.
Now hold on. I'm gonna let you tell everybody, but I want to know why. Yeah, it's not about just I want 45 or I want 9. Is there any thought behind it? I have a thought, because 45. I want a larger round. I want as much damage as I can put onto somebody with a fat, big, chunky round within my 15, 20 feet that I'm going to be shooting. But 20 yards even. But you believe that a more capacity, you want more chances to put rounds on target.
I will always take more rounds, but not
Go
always.
ahead.
I would stop that at I won't go down to a 22 long rifle to do that.
Earlier you said you would.
No.
Don't get it suppressed. Steve will bounce all over you.
What's
What
next,
was that?
Basil? What's the next question? I'm not going to entertain it.
Okay, I'll let some more of those explanations come through. But just bought a 1911 and 45 from Rock Island. would like to change the sights from 3-dot to a red dot. What do you recommend?
Oh my
Slow
gosh.
down. The 3-dot to a red dot. What's that mean? Like he wants like explain yourself. Do you want like a fiber optic sight? Do you want night sights?
I
You're
read it
going
as
to
like a red dot, like an optic has. I'm assuming.
It's not worth getting the slide cut out.
Yeah, I personally I'd switch guns.
Yeah, at that point, that's not the gun for that. I'm sure they make a higher end model that has in Rock Island's category that has that on it, but it's not going to be worth the time you take it to somebody, getting it drilled out, getting it milled out. It's not going to be worth the time.
I agree. What's next, Basil?
Okay, I'll go through some of the answers.
Yeah. In between while he's doing this, guys, questions, fire them at us. As soon as we run out of questions and time, we'll get off and get back to our road trip. And
Yeah, it's starting to get dark. They're not going to be able to see us much longer.
Oh, we can.
They just won't see you.
Lights.
They see us.
I'll see all of my face. I look like I'm brooding in the back.
Did he say brooding?
Brooding. Yeah.
Brooding? What's that mean?
I don't know what that means either.
Kind of like. Let's see. How can I explain it?
All right, we'll learn afterwards.
All right,
Yeah,
keep going.
yeah,
45 or 9.
I'll
Which one?
Okay. Someone said I'm capped at 10, so I do my best to run the 10 rounds. I'm assuming they're saying they would go with 9mm. I'm not sure about that.
That's true. I mean, there are some 1911s that have 10 round mags. You can get 10 round mags for 45 also with the big extended mags, but now it's sticking out of the back of your shirt and everything else.
45 because I also carry my sidearm when I'm hunting.
That's a good. That's okay.
45 for more knockdown power.
Okay.
With limited rounds, 45 just makes more sense to me.
There are the people.
All right. So it sounds like most people are siding with you on this one.
9mm, less recoil, faster follow-up shots.
Which
That's
is
also
okay.
true.
It's okay for people to be wrong with you.
It's also good to have your own opinion. Don't just listen to me. That's for damn sure.
Someone's asking who we are because YouTube randomly brought them here. I'm very surprised YouTube would bring you here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually what YouTube does is
Throttle us way down.
Throttle us down and take you away from us.
So, Alex and Steve from Top Guns, we're from Indiana. We're on a road trip going back to the house or to home, which makes it sound like we live together, but we don't.
We all live in a group house.
We went to a buying group show and saw some cool stuff, and we just wanted to take some time while we're on the road, talk to some people. And you don't get Steve and Alex a lot at the same time for a long period of time without people constantly talking to us or interrupting us or needing us to go to some meeting or something somewhere. But we're here to answer some questions. We don't get the time to be able to do that very often.
So, and to further answer that question, for the person who said he's not sure who we are,
They're also from England.
From England. Oh wow. So we have a gun shop.
What time is it in England?
Yeah, what time is it in England?
Or we have gun shop. Go.
We have a gun shop located in the United States in the state of Indiana, and Terre Haute to be specific, the city of Terre Haute. And we have a YouTube channel where we do reviews and answer questions and do a little bit of everything, really.
Is there anything you guys want us to review? I haven't heard any of those answers yet, but if there are some things you guys want us to do with reviews on techniques or new product or any of that stuff, just give us some suggestions. We'll gladly try to fit that into our schedule to be able to do it. Yeah, if you've noticed, we've been doing a lot more live videos. Well, that's mainly because we are down to one guy that does this. So we had to at one time, but now Basil's by himself. We're looking for another person to get on board here at Top Gun. So if you have a resume or if you'd like to do it, send that info to info@topguns.us, which is the email, and you'll be able to maybe even get an interview.
Of course, you'll need to live nearby.
And live here, not from England. All right, Basil.
Which is better, AR-15 or AR-10? And then there's a sub-question to that. So like
AR-15 by far, because AR-10, they're expensive to shoot. All right. Now it depends on what it's for, but in my personal opinion, if it's just to go out and put holes in paper, you're probably going to go with a 5.56, just a standard plain Jane AR, and just have fun with it. Now, if you're going to go into 308, just know 308, just know that you're going to spend some money.
And it's bigger, heavier, bulkier. Yeah.
the secondary part of that question was, is it better to build one instead of buying one already built?
There's no way nowadays that it is better to build one. Now, if you're going for cheap, if you're going for price point, just buy one. You can get a Sport 2, an ATI, all this stuff for usually under $500. Now, again, we're going to bring up the question about Palmetto and stuff like that. Well, you get what you pay for. All right, guys, you are getting what you pay for with those products.
We're on a bumpy road.
It is a very bumpy road.
And I don't know why it's so bumpy, but it's super bumpy.
I'll try this.
You get what you pay for, so guys, put the time and effort into it, and don't go out there and just put stuff together. Get yourself a warranty if you have problems. Buy it new. It's
Most of
just
these companies
not
are doing
worth it.
lifetime warranties now.
Yeah, and they take the liability away from you.
The only reason to really build is if you are wanting something so specific,
Now, if you're going for a high-end gun,
stupid high end,
then you want a matched trigger and matched barrel, and you want this little rail that nests your suppressor and all that crap, yeah, do it because you don't have any other choice. And if you just like tinkering, that's a great way to learn. There's no problem with that. But as if I would just go out and buy it, I would just buy one off the shelf.
yep.
Do you prefer striker fired or semi-autos with the hammer, and why?
That's you.
Really? You don't have a preference?
That's you.
I have come to like striker fires.
Why?
And the reason is it is a consistent trigger pull from first shot to second shot. And I like that. I like to have the same consistency rather than to transition from a double action to a single action pull. So for me, it's striker.
I own both. I like both, but I would probably also go with the striker fire, which is kind of surprising that Steve and I actually agreed on something. Striker fire is just the way to go because it is consistency, and it's the same thing every time you draw. Your muscle memory is all the same. You don't have to mess with a whole lot. Now, don't get me wrong. You could do the same thing the other way. If you have a double single action, something that has a heavy pull at the beginning, and then after that it's a little bit lighter, blah, blah, blah. But to me, that first shot's the most important one, and I want to know that it's the exact same feel every time I do it.
Oh,
Proof.
is our shop having any car shows this summer?
My man, we actually have a car show coming up in June. I might even be able to get you the date.
Ooh, the
I think it's like the 20th of June.
While he's doing that, hey Steve, what are we driving?
What are we driving?
What
Yeah.
car is it?
It is a Dodge Ram.
If you are looking for the car show date, you are looking at June the 20th. Look at you, Mr. Brain.
Right?
Man, he-
June the
he
20th, guys,
remember
we are
that.
doing our Gears for Grunts car show at Top Gun's facility in Terre Haute, Indiana. It's one of the area's largest, car shows, but we also do it for a good cause. Every single dime that we get off of that car show goes right back in the community through the Loyal Veterans Battalion, and their main goal is they clothe, feed, give homeless veterans shelter. They take veterans to their doctor's appointments, everything you can think of. That's what those people do, and that's what they're there for, and that's why we like doing that. Should I just go for a snack?
Yeah, well, I purposely put my face over off the camera when I...
I'm starting to get a little hungry myself.
All right,
Stop
next
it.
question, Hazel.
What do you think of the Dan Wesson DWX?
I've never had it in my hand. I can't give you an opinion.
Same. Sorry.
Rest in peace. We have a question right now.
All right, guys, we might get off here because we're going to pull over and grab something to eat. We might hop back on here later. We might not. Who knows? Just depends where we are and how much time we have left. If there's any questions at the very end you'd like for us to answer, we can do that. We're going to stay on for maybe another minute or two and answer some questions, but we appreciate everybody watching. This has been fun. I hope that we answered as many questions as we could for you. As you can tell, we are by no means professionals, but we will give you our honest opinion. And we can't thank you enough for supporting us and subscribing to our channel, but we also like to give back to you. So in that, we are also giving away a gun every single week on our Facebook page on a different platform, also through our email list. Sign up for those, guys. We are glad to give stuff away every single week, and we hope that we give one away to YouTube here very soon, maybe on a different live. So guys, thanks again for watching. Anything you want to say there, Crunchy Munch?
Nope. Check Smix. That's what I'm eating.
Sponsored by
guys.
Chex Mix. What?
We will see you later, and thanks again.